That was the problem with that nigga. He was already indoctrinated by his fucking pastor, man. So he just come in spewing out all that badness and bullshit his pastor was talking about, man.
He rooted in evil, man. That's what it was with God. He was rooted in that folly and that evil, man. He's so rooted, no matter how much you yank, the roots won't let go of everything else it done caught on to, man.
That's right. He worshiped himself, man, to be honest, because he think that the Most High is like him, all right? One of the main reasons why people will fight and argue tooth and nail over whether salvation is for everybody or not is because they, in their own hearts, they want to accept everybody, man. But the Most High is not about accepting everybody or every nation. He's about election, man. All right? He chose Israel from the beginning. He's going to choose them again. All right? He rejected the heathen from the beginning. He said they're going into slavery. That's going to happen, man. Ain't no change. Yahweh Shai the same yesterday, today, and forever, man.
That's right.
Okay?
And are become such as have need of milk and not of strong meat. That's the same thing we had to go through. Even us brothers, we try to stay away from that strong meat, man. We leave it up to the apostle elders, man. All right, that's when you go off. There's orders in this shit, man. Leave that to the elders, man. They bring out the tough stuff, all right, and we just learn and we go with it, man. But that nigga, he wasn't even trying to get into the milk. He just trying to go straight into the meat, man. That's where he fucking choked up, because you a babe, man. You a little baby. You don't feed babies meat, man. You feed them milk, man.
That's right.
This is Revelation chapter 14, verse 1. And then I'm going to skip down to verse 4. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion. And that's Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. And with him 144,000 having his father's name written in their foreheads. And that's when the Lord going to come back and destroy most of the earth, and then do that also, along with that, deliver his 144,000 men along with the 1/3 of Israel. Now verse 4, these are they which were not defiled with women. These are they which are not defiled with women, for they are virgins. And what it means by that, we not defiled with the philosophies that they teach in churches, man. But the Lord brought us out of that, and therefore the scriptures tell you that the spirit of the word, which is the word, it makes you clean. See, he's still defiled by what his pastor teaching them in that church, teaching them that everybody could be saved, and not telling them about America going to be destroyed. See, we're not defiled like that. The Lord has cleansed our spirit to where we hastening a righteous kingdom in which Israel going to be set up in that kingdom, and these heathens, all these other heathens going to be under us, man.
That's right.
We're not out here trying to save everybody, man.
That's right.
The scriptures don't talk about that. And that's what's going to make you clean. That's what's going to make you that undefiled version.
Hey, this is the elect club, man. The elect club, just like you know what I'm saying, like in a sense, there's an elect club. Just like you look at the movies, there's what Little Rascals, the He-Man Women's Club. You feel me? It was straight little boys, no little girls in there. You know that was their club. All right. The Lord's club is the elect club, man.
Yeah.
No outsiders, man. No outsiders. It's that simple, man. Well, I'll get that.
This is Isaiah 28:9. It says, whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand his doctrine?
Yep. Boy.
Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast.
So Yahweh Bashim Shai, the Lord through his son is going to make those that are weaned from the breast, all right, meaning those who understand the basic understandings of the scriptures, man, he's going to open their understanding, all right? That dude that was up here doing all that bucking up, all right, this guy was choking on milk, bruh. You ever met a baby choking on milk? The only thing you think is, damn, how the fuck this baby gonna survive, man? Can't even digest the fucking titty milk, man. You choking on the titty milk, bruh.
That's right.
What the hell? That's basically what that dude was. He was choking on the titty milk, man. He couldn't understand that. He couldn't understand that the God of the Bible is not going to deliver everybody on earth, man. He couldn't understand that the so-called white man, the one who basically dropped hell and rained notorious death in all types of shit on the Lord's people, going into slavery, man.
Couldn't even swallow the fact that the Lord does not change.
Yeah, come on, man.
Because in order to get into this script, in these scriptures, you got to know that the Lord does not change. So when the Lord said he set up Israel to be above everyone, that's going to be that way forever.
That's right. Shit, hey, knowing the Lord not change, that's air, bruh. That's air. That's something you're supposed to naturally breathe. You're supposed to naturally know that, bruh. What the fuck?
It's in the scriptures, though.
God, like the scriptures say the Lord is not a man that he should lie, neither a son of man that he should repent, man. Men change, okay? Human beings, we change, we repent. You know, I want to go grab a burger, never mind, I want to go grab a burrito, man. That's the mindset of men, man. I want to do this, but never mind, I want to do that. Okay, men are like that. Men are changeable and fickle, man. The Most High is not like that, man.
That's right.
All right? He's not, man. He does not change, man. He say he's dealing with Israel, he's dealing with Israel, man. He say he's not dealing with the heathen, he's not dealing with the heathen, man. Period, man.
Shit.
God damn, man.
What it was? Was Abraham, man? Well, Sodom and Gomorrah, when Abraham kept asking the Lord, hey, what if 10 people was over there, man? What if it's 50 righteous ones over there? You feel me? The Lord kept saying, you know what? If I find 10, I ain't gonna fuck it up. If I find 50, I ain't gonna fuck it up. What the Lord ended up doing after it? Still fucked up Sodom and Gomorrah, man. It saved one person and his family, man. So if the Lord say he gonna do so, he gonna do it, man.
Right.
All right? It's just that simple, man. It's not hard. Why do people make it seem, why do people complicate something that's so simple, man?
They didn't even believe when Yahweh, who the world ignorantly called Jesus, came. They didn't even believe in him. So, like the scripture said, the servant is not greater than his master. So if they didn't believe him then, they're not going to believe his prophets and his servants right now. These are the same people who walk past and gainsay and scoff who said, let his blood be on their hands when they delivered him up to the Romans to be put on the cross.
That's right.
So like we were saying earlier, right now is judgment day, man. Right now the Lord is going to judge all these people, man. And only to elect the remnant who the Lord has had written in the book of life since the beginnings of the earth, only those shall be saved.
That's right.
That's right.
And who those people consist of? Those who are going to wake up and stop calling themselves Negroes, Haitians, West Indians, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, so forth and so on, and start knowing that they are Israelites.
That's right.
Because those are only people who the Lord going to save, the remnant of them.
This is Isaiah 28:9. It says, whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast.
So those who understand that the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are 12 tribes, all right, who understand that, let me get that sign. This is not the Messiah who could digest that, because this is all milk. Who could digest that? This crack right here, Cesare Borgia, is not the Lord and Savior, all right? Who could understand and digest that America, this place that, the shithole that we live in, is gonna get destroyed, all right? The people who can understand that, they're the ones that the Lord's gonna open up their mind to understand, hey, you know what? There's a such thing as reincarnation. They're gonna start getting the meat. They're gonna start getting the deeper things of the scriptures, man. All right? They're gonna start understanding the history in more in depth, man. They're gonna understand the parables, what, the 10 versions, man. Okay, the seed being tossed by the wayside, man. They're gonna understand all those, man. But only if you can understand the basics, man. If you can't understand faggots gotta get put to death, man. How can the Lord sit there and chop it up with you and let you know that the so-called white man gonna go in slavery?
Real shit.
Right? Yeah. And you can't take in that faggots gotta get put to death. The so-called white man is a flaming faggot in itself, man. So if you can't understand that faggots gotta get put to death, you damn near ain't gonna be cool with the white man gotta go in slavery.
Though it's written in the scriptures, though.
Come on, man. Yeah,
really
Because nothing that we come out here and say, this is not of our, we didn't conjure these thoughts up. All of it's written in the scriptures. It's in the scriptures that all homosexuals shall be put to death, and that the so-called white man shall go into slavery.
Right.
That's from the Old Testament to the New, to the end of the New Testament.
God, man, and really, our people choke on milk, man. Like Esau going into slavery, that's basic, man. That's simple, man. Okay, the Lord rewards everyone according to their works, man. So he put our people into slavery, he got to go into slavery, man.
That's right.
Whatsoever man sow, that shall he also reap. His descendants. The descendants of the same people who brought our people into slavery and oppressed us and did all those things to our people are the same people who are living off of the oppression of our people that our people suffered, man. So that means that they got to suffer too, man. That's common sense, man. What goes around comes around. I thought that was the law of the universe, man. Like,
For real, dog.
God, can I say something? And it's not far-fetched, man, because if you go to read any news article on like statistics of different races, man, who's always at the top right now? The so-called white man, especially in Wall Street. CNBC came out. 88% of so-called white people, man, work in Wall Street. What that about? So they're in their heaven right now. They're ruling. So what they did, they now got to reap the repercussions for what they did, man.
You said how much?
88%.
88% work on Wall Street.
Predominantly, yes, they say Caucasians, man. You can look it up on
Con,
CNN.
and how did Wall Street
I was
start?
just about to say that.
Slave
trade.
That's right.
Slavery, man.
So 88% of them still they rehearsing their wicked acts, man.
Con, and that's how this society keeps running, man.
Yep.
Okay, Wall Street, the chief merchants of the earth, man. They keep the money system flowing, not only just for America but all over the world, man.
That's right.
I have a question. What happens with the white people? You guys are saying all white people, they're bad or they're going into slavery and all that. What happens with the good white people, the people who are actually out here, on our side of the fence and stuff? What happens with them?
The scriptures say Esau's going into slavery, period.
That's it.
There it.
So it doesn't matter, like all white people, good or bad.
I mean, there are some of our people, there are some Israelites who look like so-called white people, and if they be part of the elect, they're going to be saved. But as far as a majority of the Edomites who call themselves white people upon the planet Earth, they're going into slavery, man. That's what the scriptures say. We didn't write that. That's what the Lord said. Okay?
Let me get this piece up. Revelations.
Yeah, Revelation 13.
This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience in the faith of the saints. Yeah, so if you lead somebody into slavery, you got to go into slavery. And who did that? Nobody. That so-called white man. He the one who did that. Who killed the so-called Latinos and the so-called Native Americans with the sword, because they Israelites also. Who did that? The so-called white man. So that must go upon him, the so-called white man. The only good so-called white man is a dead so-called white man.
That's right.
But like the brother just said, it's a bloodline thing. There are some Israelites, because we are the Israelites, it's some of us who actually look like a so-called white man. For instance, Blake Griffin, I was just about to say that. Blake Griffin, who his dad is a so-called Haitian, Blake Griffin got with a white girl, but his son come out looking like a straight-up white boy. Yep. But it still go back to what your father is. So you got Israelites are scattered amongst the nations, but for the most part, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. And for the most part, those people who look like a so-called white man, they're going straight into slavery.
That's right.
And how it's going to happen, the Lord's going to destroy America. America going to be destroyed from sea to shining sea. You're going to have all those so-called white people in those other nations, and the rich ones, the elites, the bankers, going to bring them into slavery, and everybody else going to come back through reincarnation. So that him behind you, he's going to go into slavery, but he's going to die in America most likely.
That's right.
So he's going to come back through birth, through reincarnation of the first slaves, basically.
To say some, like we had, our people went into slavery, right, on the slave ships, and then they had children, and then you had babies. Soon as they came out the womb, they was already in slavery. That's how it's gonna be for them.
That's right.
Same way.
Eye for an eye, two for a two.
Yep.
This is Job 14:4. Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one. Ain't no such thing as a good white man. If a white man was good, he'll bring a chain. Hey, slap these chains around my neck for what I did to your ancestors. They ain't never finna do that. Ain't no such thing as a good white man. The white man, as a matter of fact, in the Bible, he's known as the wicked.
Yeah.
That's what he's known as.
Son of perdition.
Border of wickedness. Wherever the so-called white man rule is wicked. That's why you got transsexuals and homosexuals over here all on your TV screen with TV shows.
A perfect example, right? Perfect example. I'm gonna use this as an example. In the Middle East, them tower heads, they had their women in subjection, man. All right, they women couldn't do shit without their consent. If they women